Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, what is the y-intercept of the line below? So let's see, I'm looking for the y-intercept, right? So I know what you're thinking. Miss, I can find the y-intercept very easily on a graph because all I need to do is look at the y-axis. And now let's focus on the line that is given to me and let's find the coordinates or the point where the line crosses the y-axis. And I totally agree with you. And the point will be right there. Is that right? But what's the problem? I don't know if you noticed, but the line is crossing in between the 4 and the 5, which means my y-intercept more than likely is going to be a decimal. No less than 4, no more than 5. But the problem is that it's a decimal. So we need to do a couple of steps. Now, one of the things that you can try to do, and it might help, never know, is change the answer choices that are fractions to decimals, just to identify what decimals are those. I mean, never know, you might be lucky and get only one answer that is between 4 and 5. So let's do it. I am going to change letter A to a decimal, and I get 4.25. What about B? Okay, I get 4.33, which is a repeating decimal. Then I get, for letter C, 2.75. All I'm doing is I'm changing from fractions to decimals. And letter D, it's a 4.5. So, unluckily for us, there's 3 answer choices between 4 and 5. So, we cannot just justify choosing any of them because it could actually be A, B, or D. So, what we need to do then is we actually need to find the slope. So, let's write it down over here. I'm going to find the slope of the line. Now, in order for me to find the slope of the line, I need to find 2 points that I can use. Luckily for you, that 2 points are already there for you. You don't need to find the coordinates. So my first point is 5, 7. Second point is -5 and 2. So what do I do next? Well, we need to put some labels, right? Let's write the labels as x of 1 and y of 1, x of 2 and y of 2. Since I need to find the slope, I need to use a formula for the slope of a line, which is m equals y of 2 minus y of 1 over x of 2 minus x of 1. Notice that since I need to find the numerator using the y values, I'm going to circle those. So I know that those numbers that are circled should be on my numerator. Okay, so y of 2, it's 2 minus 7 because it's y of 1 over -5 minus 5. Okay, good so far? All right, let's move on. M equals, what's 2 minus 7? It's a -5. Very good. What about -5 minus 5? It's a -10. Okay? If you simplify that, negative divided by a negative gives you a positive. And simplify means I want to find the number that can divide both of them. And that gives me 1 over 2. What kind of a slope is that one? The slope is positive, exactly. And if you look at the line, remember that one of the things that we can use is circle the highest point, and that is pointing to the right. If it's pointing to the right, that means the slope is positive, which is exactly what I found as my answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. That's not it. That's only the slope. Now I need to find the y-intercept. Okay, to find the y-intercept, I hope that you're thinking about B. Okay, and there is a formula for the slope-intercept form, which says y equals mx plus b. Okay, where m is the slope and x and y would be one of the coordinates for one of the points that I have. So I can choose any points that I have in my problem. I am going to choose 5 and 7. Okay, so 5 will be my x and 7 will be my y. Okay, so let's continue with that replacement of my equation. So the y, it's 7. M is the one that we found earlier, which is right here on the bottom. So it's a half. X, it's a 5. Now remember, the 5 and the 7 are coming from the coordinate from one of the points that I chose from the line. Okay, and that will be plus b. So this will be 7 equals, what's half times 5? Okay, we can say 5 over 2 plus b. If you want to, you can change the 5 over 2, which is a fraction, into a decimal. And 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Very good. Okay? Now, how can I leave the variable b by itself? Well, I need to get rid of the 2.5. So I will need to take away or subtract 2.5 on both sides of the equation. So the 2.5 cancels out, and I ended up with b only on the right. And 7 minus 2.5 gives me a 4.5. And this will be my y-intercept. So now look at the answer choices. And we're not going to just choose whatever, right? We are going to choose the one that has a 4.5. That's what I'm looking for. I was looking for the y-intercept, and I found that to be my answer. So the answer is letter D. Very good.